Super Typhoon Chanthu, locally known as Kiko in the Philippines, still moving off towards the north. You see a visible satellite imagery, still a very dangerous storm system. Now, the good news, and just a kind of a quick hindcast here, is that the core of that center of circulation did stay just offshore. You see right in here, that's where those winds estimated up in over 250 kilometers per hour as this pulls off towards the north. And I mean, that's inside of that. That's what we're talking about, F3 type tornadic winds, just kind of put it in perspective. Now, even though it is pulling towards the north, really still seeing that inflow behind it. So scattered showers across region 1 down towards Manila could be heavy at times, with still that potential for localized flooding. But at least at this point, signal force 4 still very high for the Batanes Islands. And I do think, even though they're used to it, still could see some damage from this. Signal Force 1 has been dropped in southern Isabela, and it's really going to continue to recede as our storm system continues to track off here towards the north. By the way, I am meteorologist Robert Speta. Let's talk about our storm system's forecast now, because really at this point, winds still estimated 270 kilometers per hour. According to JTWC, this is the strongest storm of 2021, stronger than Typhoon Sergei earlier this year, just on the upper epsilon of the intensities of a storm system like this. Pressure down to 910 hectopascals, also, or 905, excuse me, in the last few moments here. To put that in perspective, Typhoon Haiyan was at 900 HPA. So very, very dangerous storm system. And I really hope everybody here in Batanes Islands are staying safe. But the big issue now is southeastern areas of Taiwan, because of course the rain is an issue, but with a storm this strong, this for sure is going to be knocking down trees, causing widespread power outages. Got those mountainous terrains, so landslides is going to be an issue, and not to mention that threat of these damaging winds, especially in the once we get further towards the north, which starts to near Taipei as well. I've seen Taipei in typhoons, even though it isn't kind of in Typhoon Alley. They don't handle storms terribly well. Just Google or look up here on YouTube, Typhoon Sodal or Taipei. There was just the giant ball rolling down, like the size of a house, rolling down one of the main streets. I'll never forget that. Absolutely incredible stuff. Yeah, so Taipei does look like they're going to be taking kind of the brunt of this storm as it does continue to pull off towards the north. In fact, let's take a look at the forecast. Winds, according to JMA, now this is a little bit lower than JTBC, 215 kilometers per hour, pressure at 905 hectopascals as it continues to move towards the north. A little bit of weakening, but not enough to cause too much of a difference as far as the total impacts here as it skirts the east coast and eventually moves right over Taipei as well. By the way, while we're taking a look at this, let's take a moment to mention the forecast track and the actual track from JMA and Pagasa. A lot of hate on these guys. Number one question over the past week, people were saying, oh, it's going this way, it's going this way, it's going to keep going west. And I'm like, no, there's a ridge weakening towards the north. This is going to allow it to turn towards the north. And yeah, the forecast panned right out as expected here. So one more look though at the model outlook, and you can see how this is just pushing right by northern Luzon. Still got that inflow behind it, and then increasing those showers there across the east coast of Taiwan and back towards Okinawa. Don't forget, you're going to have that inflow continuing to wrap in too. So you're going to be looking at breezy conditions with scattered showers, despite the fact you're not going to be looking at the core of the storm. Now by Tuesday and the Wednesday, Shanghai for sure is going to get in on this as well. By the way, this is from the Taiwan Meteorological Department, the Central Weather Bureau. Look at this. Some areas, especially dark purple, you can see right in here. That is 300 millimeters plus of rainfall. That's not uncommon. You might be going, well, why isn't the rain further inland, Robert? Well, if you're unfamiliar with the topography of Taiwan, there's only like one road right in here that you can go through, and another one back towards the north, and one right in here that's very rural. But yeah, you don't go through the central areas of Taiwan because there's just like a mountain chain that is just sheer cliff faces, and that just stops rainfall and stops typhoons right in their tracks. I know this says up and over 300 millimeters, but to be quite honest, I think we could see some locations topping 1,000 millimeters when all is said and done. So really, for my friends here in eastern areas of Taiwan and including into Taipei, as we go through Sunday and the Monday, be ready for typhoon conditions, damaging conditions, and I hope you're really preparing properly for this storm system. And of course, continue checking with the Central Weather Bureau. I just relay their information, but they have the more detailed stuff as well. All right, by the way, taking a look at our other storm system, Kunsun, still out here. This isn't over yet. I haven't really been talking too much about it because, I mean, it's a lot weaker compared to our monster storm system towards the east, but still will be causing some problems in the form of mainly flooding there south of Hanoi here into Vietnam. You can see the forecast as we go ahead through our Saturday into Sunday. A very slow-moving storm, too. So this is coming on shore at just a snail's pace. And it's going to be continuing to increase that threat of flooding all the way out through Monday and into Tuesday, even extending further inland into Laos as well. Anyways, I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta. Let me know if you guys do like these updates, not only for the Philippines, Okinawa, and Taiwan as well. If you do like them, please check out the links down below. It really does help support us as well, and I hope everybody stays safe out there. I mean, just one more look at this video from yesterday. This was out in Santa Ana now. Thankfully, they didn't get the brunt of the storm, but still, I've seen some reports of damage there in northeastern areas of Cagayan. All right, guys, stay safe. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good end to your weekend at the very least, I suppose. Yeah, big thing out there. This is a monster storm system. Stay safe.